Hi guys, it's Sarah with Straight Up Homeschool. Today I want to go over hymn studies and the different hymn books that we use. It is not an official review of any curriculum. One of the books we use is more of a curriculum, but we only use parts of it, and that's okay. If you have a book that you have and you only use parts of it, it's okay. You need to make that curriculum work for you. And for us, hymn study isn't the focus of our school day. It's just something that I've added in, and so I don't feel at this time I need a bunch of additional work or activities related to the hymn study, but we might in the future. So I'll go over our books with you. I think hymn study is really important, just to sing some hymns with your children and to have the words of the Lord and have that melody on my heart, on their hearts. It's something that I hope kind of is in the back of their minds, as the day goes on and throughout their lives. And it's just something to lean back on and to, just have in your life. I think it's good. It's good. Hymn study is good. The words are not flowing exactly how I want them to. I just think it's important, and I pray that you would consider adding some hymns to your school day. So here we go. The first thing that we use, I'm just sharing with you what we do, is this is just a hymn. A hymnal. I grew up in the Lutheran church. The church was kind of phasing these out, and so I have a few, and I'll just go pick some of my favorite songs in the hymnal, and so it can be really simple. It doesn't have to be anything fancy. The next book that we've used is this. My First Hymnal, text by Karen Henley, illustrations by Dennis Davis. I really love this book. It has pictures, and also it has a brief explanation of most of the songs. And we don't use this kids' hymnal, as much anymore. I will bring it out, once a month or every few months. Oh, I thought I crinkled the page. I was like, no, don't crinkle the page. So anyways, I just love this one. If I need some positive energy in the day, we need some silliness. It's just fun to go over some of those classic kid hymns. So I love that. The next one I'm going to go over with you is Still Singing Hymn Stories for Every Season by Kim Sorvius. Kim does the Not Consumed Ministries, and she does a fantastic job with them. So there are 32, I believe, songs, and then they're in this book. It doesn't have the number there, but I counted earlier. I think it was 32. So how this works is there's a hymn, and then there's a story for each hymn. So how we would use it is we would read the story, and then we sing that same hymn for the whole week. They do have different workbook pages that go with each lesson. Almost every one, it has the hymn study notes. It'll have a Bible lesson. Here's the Bible lesson. And then it will have copy work. There's also stuff about the tin flute. I will go over the tin flute with you more. Here's some extension activities. I'm just trying to give you an idea of what each lesson is like if you want to do the full things. There are also some, I'll try to find it, they have some music theory, unscramble the words. I saw a crossword, I saw a word search, so there's all kinds of things. So this book comes with a tin flute. Now, it doesn't come with, you have to buy it extra. And man, I bought it extra because I was like, we're going to do the tin flute. We're just going to be jamming out on the tin flute in our homeschool. So, yeah, we have not used the tin flute. So I bought it, and the tin flute is supposed to be better than the recorder, upper tier, just easier on the ears than the recorder is the tin flute. I just, our home always has a certain level of energy in it, excitement, and my kids play guitar and drums, so I listen to that every day. And then I was like, I don't think I'm ready for the tin flute. So there are no musical stylings of the tin flute in our home right now, but maybe one day. But it is nice that they offer further music instruction in this book. So it's a really great book. We only, like I said, we haven't done any of the extension activities or the worksheets with it. We just have used the hymns and then the hymn story, and that part is really well done. I really enjoy the book. What I ended up doing is I made a binder for each of the kids, and then I'll copy the hymn that we're studying or singing for that week. And there's a couple hymns that we've sung at church that I just printed out to put in the book. So that's kind of how we've gone over it. I just want to be clear about something. Y'all, we are not sitting over here just memorizing all the scriptures and singing all the hymns. Maybe that would be nice, but I want to be realistic with you. I am singing solos most days. The kids don't want to join in. I have boys. I'm not pushing them to join in. My goal right now is not for them to sing. It's for them to know the hymns, to have it tucked in their hearts. And I have this fear. I don't want to be Ursula, Ursula from The Little Mermaid, and she demands, now sing, and I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that to my kids. I don't want them to have a bad experience with the hymns, and for them to be adults and be like, remember when mom made us sing? So I don't want to do that. So yes, I just wanted to let you know that it is usually a solo. Maybe one day I'll be singing duets or a little trio with my kids. Maybe your kids are more willing to sing along with you, and that's great. I just want the whole spirit of it to be fun and enjoyable, and I want to have my goals in mind, and the goal is not just to sing or to be forced to sing. So I am hopeful that it'll come around eventually and my boys will want to join in with me. So anyways, that's all I have to say about hymns. And yeah, I hope you consider adding hymns to your school day if you don't already. And yeah, I would love to hear about your favorite hymn if you want to drop it in the comments. And don't worry, you don't have to be like a perfect singer, y'all. Sometimes I mess up bad, and there's one song that my kids call it my eek song because I always eek on the notes. So it's totally okay if you are not an expert singer, or you can just play worship music or something like that too. So okay, all right, bye guys.